am a budding comedian, and I am from Washington, D.C. So when I looked for a place to do an open mic, when I saw Black Cat, you know how some of us infer things. I inferred that it would be black folks here. And when it had cat, because in our community years ago, you were talking about a man, you know, you said, that cat. So I actually thought I would walk in here and see some black folk.
Absolutely.
Anyway.
We kept hoping the same thing.
I am Darius Ferris. I am way north of 60. So I grew up in Mississippi in the late 50s, the 60s, and the 70s. And being way north of 60, I keep a gratitude list every day. And there are 3 things that are always on any of my gratitude lists. Number 3. Now, I told you I was expecting a mixed audience, so here we go. I am glad that I grew up in Mississippi and practiced law in Washington, D.C. and managed to reach north of 60 and haven't slapped a white person. Now, to be sure, there are some that I should have slapped. Take the old white woman whose house I cleaned when I was a teenager. Now, girl, you can't use any of these toilets in this house. You go out there to that garage, you hear? Use that cup and take that cup down to the service station and you empty it and bring that cup back so you can use it the next day. Yes, but you know what I did? I cleaned those toilets spick and span. And as often as I could, I sat my little narrow black butt on there and didn't clean when I got up. And everywhere she went, a piece of me went with her. I found out a couple of years ago why I'm really not married. And guess who told me? 2 homeless men. I gave one some money and I was walking quickly away and he said, rushing home to your husband. Then before I could answer, he said, shoot, you probably ain't even got one the way you walk. Then a few days later, I tripped and almost fell after I gave another homeless man some money. And he just looked at me and said, boy, you know you ain't got no husband because you can't even walk. Since I got a child, I now measure everything in BC and AC. Before child and after child. I mastered court rules in several jurisdictions around the country. AC, after child. I could not even master grade school rules. As was proven by one day there was a field trip. I felt really good walking in and then like I read all these rules, I know I got this right. I even had a lunch in a little Hello Kitty bag. As soon as I walked in, the teacher says much too loudly, well, some of you clearly can't read. It said to put the lunch in a plastic bag. You're going on a field trip, for heaven's sakes. Boy, I turned around and hightailed it back to my car. Because if there's anything an old woman has in her car, it's plastic bags.